Off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. We've got Alperen Şengün, Cam Whitmore out there with Green. Then it's Tari Eason, and it's Thompson in at the 4. Now here's Thompson. Here's Eason. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Thompson. Pass to Whitmore. Thompson, a screen on Edwards. And it's Whitmore missing. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. DiVincenzo against Green. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. The kick out to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. And the foul on Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. From outside the arc, and that's good. Anthony Edwards for 3. Edwards got 6.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Green for 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here's Edwards outside. Rockets with a rebound. They push it up 4 on 3. Let's go with a 3. McDaniels against Şengün. Thompson with a screen. And it's Whitmore missing. And so Randle will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 6. Just 5 to shoot. 20 feet out. Out to DiVincenzo. Fires for 3. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by DiVincenzo. He's got 9.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
Now here's McDaniels. Yet to see a basket. They get the rebound. Edwards looking it over. The three. Hits the trifecta.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Green, the pass to Şengün. Green against DiVincenzo. And Green, good for three. Green's got 6.
Of course, a volume three-point shooter like Green has an answer. He was ready to strike back in a hurry.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Thompson pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Eason, the pass to Thompson. And that misses. That would have put him up. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting only 31% to get this game underway. Randall on the screen. He shoots. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Green, the pass to Eason. And the 3 off target. Outside, DiVincenzo. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And just nails the
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's Minnesota. They lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Mike Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Clark in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Buries it from 3. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here's Clark for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. On the wing, Brooks. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And you gotta at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
This one for 3. Alexander Walker with the bucket. Alexander Walker's got 6.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Grant, soft touch, but hard nose. That's Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, B.A. His shooting alone makes him a pro. But his tenacity, toughness, and commitment to his overall game give him a chance to make him a star.
Tries yet again. He gets it in there. Smith's got his first points of the game.
This is Smith's game. Set him up, and he'll knock him down.
Reed for 3. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 3. From behind the arc. They get it back. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Clark, no good.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
And here's Tate outside. And Houston, another 3.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Reed for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Reed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Shepherd. He's guarded by Conley. For 3, Smith. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Reed to screen on Adams. Here's Shannon. The 3-pointer off the mark. The Rockets have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. For 3, Conley. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. Lets it fly. Shepherd, that's good. And the Rockets lead by 2. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, PA. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Pass to Smith. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Outside Conley. Clark with a screen on Smith. From deep, Conley. Tate grabs the board.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And here's Shepherd for 3. And now the T-Wolves on the break. He launches a 3. Shannon's shot is off. The Rockets have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. And here's Tate outside. And the three-pointer goes. Tate's got 9 points.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Reed, good.
Conley loves setting up his teammates for quality shots. He's one of the more selfless guys in the league.
Smith left side. Jacks up a 3. Reed with the rebound. Now here's Alexander Walker. Reed to screen on Smith. The 3-ball. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top, leading by a point. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Green, and it's Eason in at the 3. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, BA. That's the name of their fan base. And yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Houston with another miss. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Outside, DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Green. DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Fades away. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's McDaniels on the wing. Defended by Eason. They grab their own miss. Left side, Edwards. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
To stop the run. Outside, Green. Takes the 3. Houston with another miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
It's Edwards on the wing. Whitmore defending. And stolen by Green. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Oh,
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. McDaniel's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Eason, pass to Şengün. Thompson with it. The 3 is up. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
Here's Whitmore. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
That is what Şengün brings this team, the ability to turn misses into makes, doing the dirty work down low.
And here's Edwards outside. Eason pulls it in. Rockets trail by 7. And here's Thompson for 3. Drops in the 3. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Outside Edwards. Randall on the screen. Puts up a 3. Back to Edwards. Fires the 3. And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Tate, a screen on Conley. Outside Tate. There's the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Clark with a screen on Brooks. Pass to Shannon. The 3. Hits the 3-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Now Brooks, covered by Alexander Walker, picked by Tate. Brooks, the pass to Tatum. Smith right side. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Adams has got his first points in this one.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there. Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The flow of the game is favored. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Minnesota has possession. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Mike Conley. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Shannon in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The shot by Conley, no good. Rockets trail by 7. And here's Shepard for 3. Reid with the rebound. Reid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Reid sets a screen. Outside Conley. Reid, a screen on Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3. Oh, Adams with the block. And they're on the run. And the shot goes down. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Conley looking for an opening. Here's Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota. Rockets trail by 5. On the wing, Brooks. Covered by Alexander Walker. Back to Smith. Here's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Hey, that quick release is what makes Smith so lethal in those catch-and-shoot situations.
There's the triple. And Conley with the 3. Conley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
A nice shot by Smith.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Here's Alexander Walker. Up top, Reed. And they get it back. To the wing, right side. Here's Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Rockets trail by 5. Pass to Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Clark outside. Reed, a screen on Smith. Clark, the pass to Reed. Three-pointer off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Shepard, covered by Alexander Walker. Tate, a screen on Conley. Outside Tate. Late clock, Houston's got to hurry. And here's Shepard for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Tate. And Houston will go for a different look here. Şengün checked in for Adams. Thompson comes in for Smith. Eason's checked in for Tate. And Jalen Green subbed in for Shepard. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. For 3, Randall sinks it from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. Thompson passes to Şengün. On the wing, Brooks. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Gobert with a screen on Easton. Connects from downtown.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
On the wing, Brooks. Over Edwards. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Picked by Gobert. 4-3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston with the ball. They trail by 7. And here's Green from the arc. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. And the Timberwolves with possession here. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of...
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the
But how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Shot by McDaniels, no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Randall. To the paint. Holmgren with the steal. Here's the break. Williams with a clean look. Misses the 3. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. Edwards passes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Knocked away. Stolen by Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Randall grabs the board. Minnesota with the ball. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fuels the conference finals run.
Randall with the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniel. Fade away. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the game to go. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thanks, David. And Dort gets it to go.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Gobert with a wide open look. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Over in the corner, Dort. A three-pointer is right on target. Dort's got 5 now.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. Can they get it? That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Knocked loose. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. And that's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, some coaches call that an error of commission. You're giving effort, trying to make something happen. You'll live with a few of those.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Following Julius Randle's 3, Holmgren. Another shot. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to deal.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Edwards with the screen for Randle. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Dort misses. Randle with the ball. Dort covering. Edwards fires from way outside. Dort grabs the miss. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Over Randle. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nas Reed out there with Clark. And it's Conley. And it's Shannon in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Williams for 3. Reed with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Caruso with the steal. Inside. Floats it up for Williams. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Pass to Caruso. Over Conley. Caruso, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Reed with a screen for Conley. Pass to Reed. Here's Shannon, defended by Caruso. 5 to shoot. Alexander Walker on the wings. Knocks down the 3-ball. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. To the middle. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Clark, front past the arc. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Thunder. 4-point game. Williams dishes to Williams. There's the triple. Cans it from downtown. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Alexander Walker tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Here's Wallace. Pass to Williams. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing them, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Here's Shannon. Still without a basket. Drills the three-pointer.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Here's Wallace. And the Thunder, another three.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Now Reed jacks up a three. Rebound by Williams. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. Here's Wallace. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Minnesota in the lead. Clark for three. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And that one's good, Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half.
Second team foul.
Stolen away.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal. Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance point.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 5. From Target Center, back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clark for 3. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 5. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Holmgren with a screen on McDaniel. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally, I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. McDaniel sets a screen for Randall. And the 3 ball is good. Randall's got 11 points. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall a screen on Williams. McDaniels passes to Randall. It's over Holmgren, and Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in this game. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Dort. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Fader on the way. Again, the Thunder score.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Traps in the tray. Randall's got 6 here in this quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Off target from 3-point range. Thunder trailing by 6. Holmgren kicks to Williams. Outside, Dort. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Dort's got 8 points.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Gobert with a screen on Dort. For 3, Edwards. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution.
Thunder have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. There's the drive. Basket counts.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen on Wallace. Here's Alexander Walker. The offensive rebound. Reed the pass to Connor. Now Alexander Walker. The 3. Nice defense from Wallace. Oklahoma City trailing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Caruso kicks to Williams. Williams has a screen for Caruso for the lead. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Alexander Walker on the wing. Reeves. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That concludes the 3rd quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Timberwolves on top, up by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Conley. Clark is out there with Reed. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Shannon in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Alexander-Walker. Wallace covering. Reed with a screen on Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Conley's shot is off. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
Williams has a screen for Caruso to take the lead. No good. Shot missing. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's the 3. Shot's good by Alexander-Walker. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Such a wide open look. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 in the second half.
And this is the kind of fire Gilgeous-Alexander plays with. How about the response there?
Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Randall. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
High post, Gobert. Out to the right wing. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. Oh, good with the triple. Under trailing by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Finish off the break. 21 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain him.
They get the rebound. Handle a screen on George. For 3, Edwards. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Pass to McDaniels. It's stolen by Dort. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
Right wing. There's McDaniels. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Go into the rack with energy in the D, afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't block.
Here's Alexander-Walker. 4 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. 1:07 left in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Alexander-Walker finds Edwards. Back to Alexander-Walker. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Wow, what a shot. Gobert showing he has what it takes in the clutch.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. From outside the arcs. And Julius Randle, good for 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They didn't make it easy. Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Now here's Brooks. No good on the triple.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends, and coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Thompson passes to Şengün. Here's Eason. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Pass to Green. From the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Gilgeous-Alexander positioning himself well and knew exactly where to get to in the open space.
Now here's Eason. Back to Green. The 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target. When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. And he lobs it up. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
And it's Green missing. The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Brooks finds Eason. Pass to Şengün. Shot on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. He has 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Houston has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren with it. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls it from the top of the key. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Back to Şengün. Now Green. There's the 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Shot's good by Thompson.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. No luck on that one. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Şengün. And here's Green from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th assist in this one.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the board.
To the paint. Wallace outside. Here's Caruso. The fadeaway J is off the mark. He gets it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Amen Thompson. He is... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Tate and Smith at the forward spots. Shepard is out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Sinks the tray. Caruso's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Houston leading by 4. Pass to Smith. Tate, a screen on Williams. The 3, Smith knocks it down from distance.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Caruso, the pass to Williams. Now Caruso. Williams with the screen. Caruso misses. And last season, Brett, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, B.A. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
And Tate gets it to go.
And Shepard is an unselfish guard. He's fantastic at moving the ball and setting up his teammates.
Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Back to Mitchell. Shoots over Shepard. Mitchell misses.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Thunder trail by 8. There's the steal. Here's Adams. Out to the right wing. On the wing, Whitmore. From deep. They get it again. Shepard. Smith outside. The 3 ball. Knocks down the triple. Smith's got 6 here in the quarter.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
The 3 from Mitchell. Rockets with a rebound. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Adams, the pass to Tatum. And here's Shepard for 3. And finished off by Tate.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Now here's Whitmore. This is the most they've led, 13 points. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Caruso misses.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Tipped.
Oh, an active defender at 6'7". Whitmore is capable of coming up with these blocks.
Here's Caruso. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Caruso's got 5 now. Houston leading by 11. Pass to Smith. Fires the 3. Sends it home from 3-point land.
This is Smith's game. Set him up, and he'll knock him down.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Williams misses. And here's Houston. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Mitchell, plenty of space from 8 feet away. Deflected!
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
And it's Adams missing. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 14-point game. Caruso with the bucket.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Well, Houston's shooting just 38% in this quarter. And finished off by Tate.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And so it... It's Houston in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. And the three ball has been huge in building this lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Lugens Dort is the guy who puts his head down and goes to work. He gives every bit of focus on every play, and the teammates love what he brings to the court.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Fires the 3. Brooks with the rebound. The Rockets lead by 11. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Thunderball.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. Oh, the long ball from Holmgren.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Here's Green. Pass to Şengün from downtown. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Second team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 15 points in the game. Takes a 13-footer. Here's Hartenstein. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one. Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Thompson. Defense is right there. Gets the 3 to fall. Şengün's got 6.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist by Shepherd. Shepherd's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside to halt the run. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. Could be really effective at any position on the floor.
Back to Tate. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Shepherd for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. SGA with the big finish on the fast break.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Pass to Williams. Offline with a 3. Houston leading by 14. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Houston. Adams has got rebound number 8 now. The shot. Houston with another miss.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass. That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Good momentum. 8 straight points. The 3 from Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Here he goes. Here's Shepherd. Outside Tate. The 3 is up. The Thunder pull it in. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's the Houston Rockets up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their play is... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
4th quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Tate and Smith at the forward spots. Whitmore is out there with Shepherd. And it's Adams in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Pass to Smith. And here's Tate outside. He buries it from 3. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Yeah, so good to see Smith passing the ball like this. Wanting to improve as a distributor in the NBA.
Caruso with the bucket.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
And Tate gets it to go.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Thunder trail by 9. Inside, Caruso. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Hartenstein with a screen on Green. Shot from the wing. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
To the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Şengün.
Yeah, many believe Holmgren must add muscle over time to his wiry frame. We'll see if he focuses on doing just that.
And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season for him.
Doesn't it feel like, B.A., he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
Lets a floater go. Green with the defensive effort. The Rockets lead by 4. Here's Thompson driving in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's on target from the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in just the second half. For Houston, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's Thompson. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chet Holmgren.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day.
Oh, Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Pass to Dort. Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. From behind the arc. Yes, sir! Gilgeous-Alexander with a deep 3.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Here's Şengün. They grab their own miss. It's Eason with the jam.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. That one goes. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 26 points.
Well, we've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
To the right side. And stolen by Williams. Got a piece of it. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Eason. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And the young fella, the big boy, embracing the moment. That's a great shot from Chet.
Pass to Eason. Here's Şengün. Thompson, a screen on Hartenstein. Thompson outside. There's the drive. Offensive rebound.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Here's Thompson. It's not going to go for him. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Tries it from 19. Money! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Gilgeous-Alexander gonna celebrate that one.
Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Here's Thompson. Clock at 6. Oh, he cranks it in! Right on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodness.
really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And he sinks it. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
Well, you can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for him.
should attract a lot of attention in this game. That matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. There's Green with the three. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Now, here's Green. Thompson sets the pick for Green. There's the three. Another miss by Houston. And Randle has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels. Offline with his three. Rockets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Here's Green. Thompson left side. Fires from deep. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now Green following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Udoka. David?
The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Green with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Brooks for three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Edwards against Brooks. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Takes the three. They get it again. Brooks outside. Thompson a screen on Gobert. Brooks misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo from beyond the arc and then some. DiVincenzo's got 6.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Here's Şengün. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brooks setting the pick for Eason. On the wing, Green. From deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
McDaniels kicks to Randle. Six on the shot clock. From downtown. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Houston in the lead. Thompson finds Şengün. Gobert pulls it in. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Buries the long-range jumper.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
And some nice passing there by Houston. And here's Green outside. Drills it from outside.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
A nice shot by McDaniel. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Green passes to Şengün. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
The front court is Tate and Smith. Cam Whitmore is out there with Shepard. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Pass to Tate. Smith sets the pick for Tate. Here's Smith. Lets it go with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now, here's Tate. Offensive rebound. Pass to Whitmore. Smith with a screen on Conley. And it's Shepard missing. Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Alexander Walker. Whitmore defending. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Shepard. Smith outside. Houston now working with the new shot clock. Shoots the 3. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Clark for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Rockets trail. Here's Smith going inside, and Smith with the stuff.
And although 6'10", Smith possesses incredible agility. He is going to be a terror on the attack.
Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Adams. Over Clark. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his first points in this one.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battle.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Einad's checked in. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Tate, no good. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Minot. We've got 1:48 left here in the second. The Rockets shooting a low 30% right now on ugly offensive performance. Nailed from three-point land. Smith's got the lead up to 5 now for Houston. Alexander Walker. And that time, also a missed shot.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Houston leading by 8. Shot On the wing. Pass to Shepard. A 3-ball. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 55 seconds left in the first half. Out to the right wing. Here's Shannon. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Shannon's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Rockets.
Pass to Whitmore. Shoots. Now Shepard. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Strong mechanics and a high release. Shepard just needs to catch it when he's on.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Alexander Walker. They grab their own miss. Alexander Walker on the wing. Pass to Minot. Bangs home the trifecta. With the step back. Shepard, the pass to Smith. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Houston shooting their first free throws of this, and he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And the 3-point shot has been big for him. Back to the action in just a minute.
The Timberwolves, 23. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing, guys, a tremendous game from Jabari Smith.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Handle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
There it is.
Oh, look out! Strong finish.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Green passes to Şengün. They kick it out to Green. That's a 2 from Smith. Back to Green. Pass to Eason. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Rockets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Houston making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Just 5 on the clock. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Drops one in from the wing. McDaniels got 7 points in the game.
The unselfish play by Anthony Edwards' teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Gobert against Şengün. Brooks with no one around. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Edwards with confidence.
Oh, that is a stone-cold 3 by the Ant-Man.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Thompson passes to Eason. Brooks setting the pick for Eason. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Edwards looking it over. And another three for Minnesota.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Back to Gobert, and stolen by Şengün.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
And here's Brooks from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Brooks has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Rockets. Randall against Thompson. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. Unloads, and Thompson sends it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Tate. Now Smith. He's covered by Clark. Good. 14 points so far for Jabari Smith.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Rockets leading by 7. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Conley kicks to Clark. Shoots over Tate. Another miss by Minnesota.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Conley's shot is off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
It's stolen by Tate. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. A good... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The front court is Tate and Smith. Shepard out there with Whitmore. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
And it's Smith missing. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to Alexander Walker. Beyond the arc. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. Alexander Walker with the ball. There's the pick. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And here is Tate. Tate with the screen for Smith. And yes, it's good. And the Rockets lead by 6.
So many ways Smith can hurt you, really showing us all what he's capable of.
Pass to Minot. Back to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. takes a three, and another three for Minnesota.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Draining that answer. Smith Jr. decided he couldn't let that last three go quiet.
There's the three. Count it, and the Houston leads the cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Alexander Walker.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Whitmore. And another shot to the right side. Shepard. No good on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 3. Conley with a wide-open look. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge. How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
And the wide-open shot from Reed. Nice open look, but it's no good. Rockets leading by 6. Lets it go with a 3. Einard pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Here's Shepard. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Lethal from deep. Shepard will hurt you from there.
Pass to Shannon. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Out to the right wing. A shot by Tate with no one around. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Over to the left wing. Here's Shannon. Tate covering. Reed misses. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Shepard. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. Pass to Shannon. Drains it from beyond the arc. Shannon's got 6 points in the quarter. Houston's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. For 3, Smith. The shot, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
Out to Smith. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range. And the Rockets lead by 6.
And a big moment right there for Smith Jr. How about the poise in the clutch?
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Green in the high post.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. A putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now it's a 10-point Rocket lead. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage, and they're
definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Tipped. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein against DiVincenzo. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
McDaniels from long range. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
A clever scorer who reads the floor beautifully. The floater is just one of many ways Gilgeous-Alexander can beat you.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. DiVincenzo can't hit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's McDaniels. Hits a 3-pointer. McDaniels got 6.
They just look sweeter falling from the corner, don't they, those threes? McDaniels more than serviceable from deep.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Hartenstein, high post. Here's Holmgren. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Minnesota's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. McDaniels, that's good.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Hartenstein with a screen on DiVincenzo. Goes back up. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
Yeah, and many believe Holmgren must add muscle over time to his wiry frame. We'll see if he focuses on doing just that.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8 points now.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. For 3, DiVincenzo. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. The 3, DiVincenzo. Offensive board. The kick out to Edwards. For 3, Randle. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go, to the wing on the left. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
And stolen by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses again. Just 4 for 10 from the floor. The Timberwolves trail. Outside McDaniels. Launches a 3. On target from range. McDaniels got 12 points in the game.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Thunder. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
You know, something else that's working for them is the three-point shooting. I mean, they've done some damage early on from behind the arc.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Mike Conley, and it's Shannon in at the small forward position. Here's Alexander Walker. The Thunder with the rebound. Launches it. And that one's good. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Ingles, a screen on Mitchell. Conley passes to Alexander Walker. On the wing, Ingles. Still no points. Minnesota again missing. Here are the Thunder with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Williams finds Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Alexander Walker. Pure from three-point range.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Left side, Mitchell. Here's Caruso. This one for 3. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him, which makes a lot of sense.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Ingles, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Stolen by Conley. Here's Shannon. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Shannon's got his first 3 points of the game. Pass to Williams. For 3. The rebound by Shannon.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Takes the 3. The shot misses.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Mitchell, the pass to Williams. And here's Caruso outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outside Reid. 4-3. Williams grabs the board. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 14-6 run. Caruso with the bucket.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Shannon. Three-pointer. Shot clock at 6. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Mitchell. Around the back and lays it in. Nice. Mitchell's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest. but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Outside Conley. There's the triple. Minnesota again missing. Thunder leading by 14. Here's Mitchell. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Oklahoma City shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely. Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Outside Reed, jacks up a three, sinks the tray.
It's the decision-making and pace that make Conley so effective in running the pick and roll.
Here's Caruso, and he jams it home with authority.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Here's Mitchell. And the shot goes. Mitchell's got 15.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working. And that's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Oklahoma City ahead, up 19. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're measuring up the shot.
And with the second half upon us. We'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall pulls down the board. Timberwolves trail by 17. And here's Edwards outside. The Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 now. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over McDaniels. Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And Shea's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game. We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing. We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
It's blocked by Gobert.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
McDaniels, that's good.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Knocked loose. Gilgeous-Alexander against Randall. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 15-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Drills it from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
These are his first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Randall.
Julius Randle, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Thunder leading by 17. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Randle, the pass to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Puts it up. And he drops that one in. Edwards has got 4 points in the quarter.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Williams misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. DiVincenzo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Holmgren. Randle with a steal.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
A stunning full-court play by Randle, giving his all to protect the fast break and get to the bucket.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Shot clock at 5. McDaniels, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
A line change here for Oklahoma City. Caruso against Conley. Caruso with the bucket. Caruso's got 14 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Reed against Williams. And Reed gets the 3. 6 points for him.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping down.
Mitchell, the pass to Caruso. Williams with the screen. The rebound by Shannon. Timberwolves trail by 12. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The 3 is up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The Thunder have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Thunder leading by 9. And here's Mitchell. He's got 15. Takes a 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Oklahoma City. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Joe Ingles is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Mike Conley. And it's Shannon in at the 3 spot. Wallace outside. Counted from distance. Wallace has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
Mitchell with the ball. Now Alexander-Walker defending. Caruso, the open look. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. And the Thunder lead by 14.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Pass to Ingles. Puts up a three. Drains the triple. Ingles has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like it.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
At the line for your Thunder,
Down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively. How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Wallace, right side. Up and over Conley, and it falls all over the rim and in. Wallace has got 8 here in this quarter.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the three.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Reed for 3. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. Thunder leading by 11. Here's Caruso. Oh, it's stolen. Fast break, here we go. Back to Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Sharp recognition that time by Conley. Tell you what, he always makes the right play.
Caruso, pass to Williams. Now here's Mitchell. He's guarded by Conley. Wallace, right side. And here's Caruso. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams misses. Timberwolves trail by 8. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. On the wing, Mitchell. Wallace outside. Back to Mitchell, beyond the arc. Minnesota with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
1:04 left to play in the 4th quarter. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. It's Edwards on the wing. Dort defending. 5 on the clock. Gobert with a screen on Williams. McDaniels can't hit. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Earlier in the game, they led by 19.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Edwards for 3. And the three-pointer goes. 26 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
12 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm the menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Alperen Şengün. Jalen Green is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Eason in at the 3. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Thompson for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Puts up a deep 3. The Thunder pull it in. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Eason. Here's Şengün. Thompson outside from past the arc. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
A lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
So it's the Rockets now. The Thunder making the shot. Şengün no good. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Green defending. Count that one for Dort.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Shot by Eason, no good. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Ooh,
what a slam!
Oh, my.
What a slam!
Gracious. He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now here's Green to stop the run. And Holmgren pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And here now the Thunder after the Rockets pick up 3. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren can't hit. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. Brooks with a screen on Holmgren. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 9. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Rockets shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Williams. Second chance effort. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot. Williams has got his second basket.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here we go. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Here's Şengün. Out to Brooks. Lets the 3 fly. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
Brooks outside. Back to Thompson. Takes it. Oh,
Yes! Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And Green gets it to go. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Holmgren the screen. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Houston up. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Mitchell. Then there's Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the small forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Wasted no time on that one. Wallace has got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City. Pass to Whitmore. Smith with a screen on Wallace. Whitmore, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And when you watch Whitmore, he's much bigger than your average wing. Creates a different type of matchup.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Wallace misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Tate. Off target from three-point range. The Thunder lead by 3. Or the 3. Caruso, no good. Here's Whitmore. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Smith missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
Wow. So the wing on the left, and a wide open look for Whitmore. Connects from three-point range. Whitmore's got 5 points now in the quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college year.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Wallace looking for an opening. Smith against Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 7 points for the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And stolen by Whitmore. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Whitmore's got the game tied up here for Houston. Williams kicks to Mitchell. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 1:07 left in the second quarter. Here's Shepard. Smith left side. Pass to Whitmore. And stolen by Wallace. And here we go. Fast break. Wallace has got it. Mitchell finds Williams. It's rebounded by Houston. Shepard with the ball. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Mitchell wide open. No good with the triple. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Tate. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Caruso. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Adams outside. Rebound by Williams. 4 seconds left. Whoa! Big time shot!
No, he didn't. I don't think I have ever seen anything like that in my career.
Wow! So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Tari Eason, Alperen Şengün out there with Thompson. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Brooks in at the 2. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
The Thunder have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Thompson passes to Şengün. And he comes up with the deuce. The Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep. They get the rebound. And for Houston, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. And Thompson slams it home.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Green finds Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Brooks. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Dort.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Şengün kicks to Thompson. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Thompson's got 18 points in the game. Well, Thunder have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Here's Eason. In the corner, Şengün with it. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And Thompson slams it home.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Whitmore. Caruso grabs the miss. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Thunder. Mitchell finds Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Shepard, the pass to Smith. Fades. Houston gets it back. Tipped away. Pass to Shepard. Now Tate goes up again. Caruso grabs the miss. Williams for 3. Wallace kicks to Mitchell. Driving inside. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Here's the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Tate. Out to Smith. From the corner. Adams. They shoot again, and it's good on the way in. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Rockets with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tate a screen on Williams. That shot wide open. Shepard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
This is what had scouts eyeing Shepard early on, his ability to shoot with range.
The kick out to Williams. Again, Williams missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He gets that one. And it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. 1 second left. That shot, no good. And so it's Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Rockets leading by 10. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Şengün with a wide open look. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
Here's Green, out to Brooks. The tray. He can't get that one to fall. Thunder trailing by 12. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein finds Holmgren. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter. Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Thompson, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And the dunk by Eason.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
The offensive rebound. Rockets leading by 11. Thompson dishes to Green. No good on the three. Thunder have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Gets behind the D on the break, and the pass is there waiting for him.
Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Thompson in the posts, defended by Dort.
Quite simply, Lou Dort is an elite defender. Plays hard, smart, great wingspan, which we just saw him use there.
Pass to Eason. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go into the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
And stolen by Şengün.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's open. The Rockets pull it in. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep, Green. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
The Thunder with another miss.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Rockets.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Amen Thompson.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Brooks with no one around. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Rockets lead by 15. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And it's Houston's ball. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Şengün, and a miss there on the triple. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. From deep, Green drops it in. So we see the Rockets taking the win here to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did.